So there's this engineer who decides to build a shed, and he measures, and he calculates, and he decides he needs exactly 999 bricks. So he calls up the brick company and tells the salesman,
I want to buy 999 bricks.
and the salesman is happy to help him.
You're in luck. We sell them in lots of 100, but I only want to buy 999 bricks. Can't you just sell me 3 big lots of 333 each?
But the salesman cannot agree.
Sorry, sir, but rules is rules. We only sell them in lots of 100.
So the engineer hangs up the phone and calls up Acme Brick, and he says,
Hello, Acme Brick. I want to buy 999 bricks.
well, the salesman is delighted.
I'm very glad to hear it. You're in luck. We sell them in lots of 1,000.
Again, the engineer complains.
But I only want to buy 999 bricks. Can't you just ship me 999 bricks and rebate me the price of 1 brick?
The salesman is firm.
Sorry, sir. Rules is rules. We only sell them in lots of 1,000.
Well, the engineer is very dissatisfied at this, but he doesn't know what else to do. So he bites the bullet and orders 1,000 bricks. And they deliver the bricks, and he uses mortar and trowel and plumb line and builds his shed just as he designed. And he puts the roof on it and finishes, and sure enough, just as he thought, he's standing there with 1 lousy brick left over. So he finally got mad and threw it up in the air as hard as he could. And it didn't come down. You get it? It didn't come down? Maybe you'll understand it better if I explain it in a little different way. So there's this flight from Miami to New York, and it's a pretty short flight, and when they reach cruising altitude, the stewardess comes up the aisle from the back of the plane, enforcing the rules. And 2 or 3 seats up the aisle, there's a lady with a dog, and the stewardess is clear.
Sorry, ma'am. No dogs allowed on the plane.
But Fido is my anxiety dog. She's like a person to me. Can't you please just make an exception?
But the stewardess refuses.
Sorry, ma'am. Rules is rules. No dogs allowed on the plane.
Well, I wasn't going to be rude about it, but since you're not being accommodating, I'll have to put my foot down. I bought a ticket for Fido.
The stewardess is unmoved,
Sorry, ma'am. Rules is rules. No dogs allowed on the plane.
and she takes the dog by the collar, opens the door, throws the dog out of the plane, and shuts the door. And she moves on up the aisle, enforcing the rules. And towards the middle of the plane, there is a man smoking a cigar.
I'm sorry, sir. There's no smoking allowed on the plane.
But the man is ready with an excuse. But it's not a cigarette, it's a cigar.
Sorry, sir, but it doesn't say no cigarettes allowed on the plane. It says no smoking allowed on the plane.
At this, the man changes his request. I bought it in Miami. It's a Cuban cigar and it's illegal. If I land in New York with it, I'll be in a whole lot of trouble. Can't you please just let me finish it if I don't delay? The stewardess refuses to budge,
Sorry, sir. Rules is rules. No smoking allowed on the plane.
and she seizes his cigar, opens the door, throws the cigar out, and shuts the door. Then she moves on up the aisle, enforcing the rules. And when she gets to the front of the plane, there's a young mother with a crying baby. Painful though it is, the stewardess knows her duty.
I'm sorry, ma'am. I regret to inform you that there is no crying babies on the plane, but he's just colicky. He'll stop crying soon. I promise.
But the stewardess remains implacable.
Have you fed him? Yes, I've fed him. Have you changed him? Of course I've changed him. Well, have you given him his pacifier? Yes, I've given him his pacifier. Well, rules is rules. No crying babies allowed on the plane.
And she opens the door, throws the baby out, and shuts the door. Moments later, someone loudly exclaimed, "Look, out there on the wing! There's a dog on the end of the wing! And do you know what it had in its mouth? No, not a baby. No, not a cigar. A brick.